These are the hot springs of Unohana.
Ah, la vache, what quaint buildings. But what are these springs, and why are they hot?
Here in Unohana, naturally heated water comes bubbling up to the surface from beneath the ground.
The water's chock full of minerals said to have all sorts of healing properties. People come from all over for a chance to soak in the springs and wash away their worries.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and also the sweet buns. People come to wash away worries and sweet buns? Who would ever...
And don't forget the eggs.
And eggs, too? This doesn't sound very relaxing.
No, they're just popular hot spring snacks. People don't wash them, they...
Right, they get wrapped up and sold in gift shops. Oh, minute. Let me get this straight. After you soak sweet buns and eggs, you're wrapped up and sold off?
Enough chit-chat, everyone. We need to get Yoko to the baths.
The bathhouse lies yonder. Let us make haste.
Wait! I'm not letting anyone wrap me in a sweet bun. Greetings, travelers. Welcome to the bathhouse of Yunohana. I am Sakura, your humble attendant. Pray make yourself comfortable and let our warm, gentle waters ease your mind and body.
All right, this is where we split up. Magnolia and I'll look after Yoko.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
And remember no peeking.
What? Who said anything about peeking?
If you so much as think about it, you're in for a knuckle sandwich.
Who said I was thinking about it? Sheesh, what kind of person do you take me for? We know better than that, right, sir?
I'll say, I'd never dream of doing such a thing.
Oh, you guys are no fun.
But you just said...
Woman's at best a contradiction still.
I guess I still have a lot to learn.
Come now, we're just joking with you. But we should get Yoko to the baths. Adieu.
And just so you know, I wasn't joking about that knuckle sandwich.
Well, since we're here, let's say we enjoy a bath as well.
Great idea, sir. I've never soaked in a hot spring before.
I shall join you. My road has been a long one.
There's nothing like a nice hot bath.
You can say that again, sir.
Indeed. All the aches and pains of my road-weary body just seem to melt away.
But look at those pecs! It's like you're chiseled from solid stone. No wonder you're such an incredible swordsman. I guess I need to bulk up if I'm ever going to be as strong as you.
I would not say that, Master Yu. For a swordsman, it's not about the quantity of muscle, but the quality. You both have a litheness, which should serve you well with a blade.
Do you really think so? Still, I've always wanted to be big and manly like you and Tiz here. 100 push-ups a day from now on. I'm gonna get ripped.
I'll believe it when I see it.
What are you three doing here?
We could not help but overhear your conversation. All this talk of muscles and the like piqued our interest.
Did you hear that, sir? Danzaburo? They want to see some muscles. I say we show them some.
I don't know about that.
I too find the idea a bit embarrassing.
Well, you heard them. No show for you today.
Murgurger. Who even said we wanted one? We just came to tell you that Yoko's feeling better, but I guess you don't care about that.
Huh? But that's not what you...
Oh, our minister is so cruel. Whatever is a princess to do?
Now look what you did. We're going back, and remember, no peeking, or else...
Knuckle sandwich.
They can look, but not us? It's not fair, I say!
That's what they mean by a contradiction still.
Well, I won't be the one to disappoint our audience. Sir, if I may be so bold, I say this calls for action.
You can't mean...
All that talk about knuckle sandwiches, it's just reverse psychology. They want us to peek. This calls for a coup de gravy if there ever was one.
You've sure grown up awfully quick.
You forget, Master Yu, that the group of ladies of whom you speak includes my dear sister. If you insist on peeking, you will face my blade.
On second thought, maybe you should reconsider?
Yes. Expert advice, sir.
Now that was refreshing.
I'll say, but I think I stayed in a bit too long. I'm gonna go outside and cool off a bit. Don't wait up for me.
Sure thing. We'll see you back in the room.
The breeze sure feels good.
Fancy meeting you here, Minister.
Yoko, is your wound all healed?
Yes, and it is all because of you. You and your friends have our deepest gratitude.
Don't mention it. We're in your debt too. If it weren't for you and Danzabuto, we'd still be stuck in Eisenberg. Thanks to you, we can finally get after the Skyhold.
We are pleased. Speaking of which, we would seek your counsel on a certain matter. You are the heir to a prominent house of knights, are you not?
I am. Why do you ask?
Have you heard of a legendary blade known as the Sword of the Brave?
The Sword of the Brave?
You know of it, then?
No. I mean, what about it?
We seek this Sword of the Brave. We would gift it to our Onisama. As Crown Prince, Onisama should one day rule this land. Or he would, were it not for our father's challenge. If you would succeed me, bring me the Sword of the Brave. These were father's words.
But why?
Onisama is brave, wise, and a peerless warrior. We can think of none more worthy of leading a nation. And yet, in truth, he does not share our father's blood. That is the reason for which father would issue this impossible challenge. Onisama gave up any claim to succession and left to wander the realm. But we shall not give up. We shall find this blade that Onisama might take his rightful place as Lord of Yunohana.
No! Trust me, Yoko. Forget about the Sword of the Brave.
Why would you say that?
The blade is cursed. It will bring you and your brother nothing but suffering.
So, you know more about the sword than you let on, Minister Yu?
Yes, I read about it in history class.
And perhaps you also know where it might be found?
Sorry, I don't recall more than that.
Is that so? Well then, we will just have to find it ourselves. Yes, where might it be? Sealed away in Starkfort, mayhap? Or sleeping beneath Mount Karka in Geyser Grotto? Aha! Our minister's reaction tells us we guessed true.
No! I really, truly don't know. I'm sorry, Yoko.
We understand. Pray forgive your princess. We did not mean to upset you. Good night, Minister Yu.
It's getting chilly. I should turn in before I catch cold. Morning, everyone.
Morning. Did everyone sleep well?
I would have if not for Idia talking in her sleep all night.
What are you talking about? I never talk in my sleep.
Is that so? Then why did I hear all about the ice cream parlor with all-you-can-eat parfaits?
I talk about that when I'm awake.
And the bakery where you made the owner build you a house out of brownies? All before swimming laps in your malted milkshake pool and then calling it a night on a bed of cinnamon mascarpone pancakes?
Oh, you got me.
Good morning, Tanzaburo.
Master Yu, have you seen my sister?
Yoko? She's with you?
When I awoke, she was nowhere to be found. Wherever could she have gone?
Not Geyser Grotto. She couldn't have.
Huh? But what would ever lead her there?
We were talking last night, and, well, it just kind of came up.
My sister? Alone in that treacherous place? Forgive me, friends. I must follow her at once.
I have a bad feeling about this. We should go too.
Do you know where it is?
At the foot of Mount Karka. Let's hurry.
Lead the way, you.
Rush about headlong like that, and you may just take a tumble.
Wow! It's just like I remember!
Is it really now? You were only wee high when we left, you know. I feared you might forget this place.
No way! I could never forget this smell. But it kind of smells like a dog now.
Oh, the old place hasn't had anyone to look after it in quite some time. The posts and floorboards are all warped. Oh, and look up there. Even the roof is coming down.
Yeah, neat. We can see the stars at night.
From today, this little place will be our home again. I'm not getting any younger. Even if I take the boat out, I won't be able to bring in the catch I used to. We'll have to tighten our belts on some nights. I hope you understand.
Uh-huh. I want to live here again, where we all live together. Mom and Dad and you and me. I'll help out lots and work really hard, and you won't have to, okay?
I bet you would. You sure know how to warm an old man's heart. Let's give it our all.
Oh, such passion, such fire and vigor, they move me so. I fear I may be overcome with tears. Shut up! I am not a rat girl. Please, in what a world could you mistake such a gentleman as this for the lowly rat?
Arutus Profiteur, Merchant of Death, holder of the Merchant Asterisk. This charlatan chairman was up to no good in Ansheim until Idia and her friends blew his money-making schemes out of the desert. While his ample coffers used to do all the talking, he now finds himself in the red, struggling to rebuild his fortunes. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Who are you? And what are you doing here, huh? This is our house.
Yes, yes! Oh, I know! I've been waiting here so very long for your return, yes?
What's going on here? Stop harassing these poor, innocent people!
Oh, if it isn't Idia, perhaps you need a refresher on what harassment looks like.
Holly White, the sadistic healer, holder of the White Mage Asterisk. She worked briefly alongside Idia when they served together in the Eternian Sky Knights. Despite her role as a healer, she has a streak of sadism a mile wide and seems in little hurry to relieve the pain of her allies. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Indeed! This is negotiation, not harassment. I was in the act of kindly explaining to this old man the ways of the business world. Then in comes rushing this violent woman. So nearly was a deal sealed and you dashed the whole thing to pieces. Fa!
Deal? Negotiations? It looked like plain old swindling from where I stand. Arutus Profiteur, you are a filthy, scheming robber baron.
Robber baron? What slander! And from this sadistic white mage, Holly White.
Push me again and you'll find yourself under the heel of my boot, you little rat.
Oh!
See? Frightful woman. Oh, even the most beautifully framed points cannot withstand such noisome interruptions. I shall retreat for now for dignity's sake. But I suggest you consider my offer, old man.
Where do you think you're going?
Research, preparation, there is so much to do. I bid you all ta-ta for now.
Don't you dare leave me behind! I haven't finished with you yet, Ratface!
Go! Wait a second, you two! Oh, geez, they're already gone.
What in the world was that all about? Negotiations about what?
He said he had an interest in this place.
This crumbling old shack? But why?
Shack, eh? I suppose that is what it must look like. This is our home.
Oh, beg your pardon.
I was born to a long line of fishermen. This house has belonged to our family for generations, as has the bounty of this bay. But when my son and his wife lost their lives in the war, I took their daughter and fled for safer shores. When I received word that the war had ended, my granddaughter and I hastened back here. We arrived just days ago, only to find...
That strange little man going he in the corner.
Ugh. And? What did he have to say?
Once he heard that the house belonged to us, he told us to sell it to him and leave.
He wants you to abandon your home? What value could it hold for him?
If you were to believe him, he claimed that it was for the good of the nation. Then we were interrupted by that miss in white. As the man spoke his piece, she flew into a frightful rage. She seized him by the lapels and shook him about like a limp fish, threatening him with some colorful language. More talk about us leaving this place and more quarreling, my poor granddaughter crying. Honestly, my mind is a whirl from it all.
I think I've got the picture. Now I know for sure that those two were causing you trouble. It looks like I'll have to find out for myself what they're up to. Wait here, Gramps. We'll be back. What's up with the folded arms and furrowed brow?
I have 4 potions here. The other day, I realized that an old one had become mixed up with the newer ones, so I put a sticker on it, but
It came off?
you got it. Nowhere to be found.
So, what's the problem? Who cares if one is older than the others?
I do for one. Have you tried sniffing them?
Yeah, but I can't tell any difference. Maybe it doesn't matter.
But what if it made you sick? Like in the middle of a battle?
Ah, good point, sir. Maybe we should just throw them all away.
You can't do that! Didn't your parents teach you not to waste resources? Mine did. Like, all the time.
Yes, I know, but... Whoa! Idia!
That is sweet. All right, everyone. Follow my lead. 1 flask for each of you. Come on, no complaints. 1, 2, 3. Down the hatch.
Ugh, so bitter.
Oops, looks like poor you got the short straw. Here, let me give you a remedy.
Mine's bitter too.
Mine too. Like old leaves. Idia?
That makes no sense. You must be tasting them wrong. See? Completely sweet. It's fruity on the tongue with a mellow aftertaste and a hint of... I need a remedy! Remedy!
So much for not wasting resources.
Well, better now than in battle, I guess.
I'm going to bed.
It seems this town is faring better than I might have feared. Let us see where to start.
Just what are you trying to do here?
Research, of course. Market research. I must know what it is this country's people want and what they have to sell. Ah, it is you. You came rushing after me?
Of course we did. What are you really after? Trying to run those two out of their home?
Trying to line his own pockets, no doubt. This little rat doesn't think of anything else.
Indeed, I do not. Money, 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 and nothing could fill me with more joy. Hey, wait a minute.
Holly!
It's obvious this money grubber thinks there's some profit to be made from that shack.
Well, that I cannot deny.
What could you possibly gain from deceiving that family? Be careful with your words, or this world will soon have one less rat in it.
Deceive, you say? You do not flatter me. I only sought to include them in a little venture that would earn us all a pretty pig.
And what kind of venture would that be exactly?
Oh, I hope you're prepared for this, girl. I intend to buy up all the land around that inlet and turn a neat little profit in the process.
You want to buy up the entire inlet? That's quite ambitious.
That inlet connects this country to the world, the east to the west, and it will be the biggest port of trade anywhere when I am done with it.
So that's why. And now you're researching what products this nation has to offer.
Indeed, I am. Not that this is going as quickly as I should hope.
Oh? Ran into some trouble, did you?
It seems there are more people in this country than I expected who claim to have fond memories of that inlet.
You'd have to do a great deal of construction, wouldn't you? To transform it into a real harbor. Filling shallows, regrading the cliffs.
I have tried over and over to convince them, but some cling quite stubbornly to their objections. Exhibit A.
Blessed with the best scenery. Developing a natural wonder like that?
Lavash! His teeth! They flew!
As long as I've still got breath in me, I'll never allow you to turn that place into some grimy, grungy port.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you, lad.
Yes, yes, yes! You can say that again. Reclaiming a beautiful site like that inlet for a smelly old port. It's a travesty!
So it seems. Is that what you're here for, Profiteur? To let everyone rail at you?
Let them say what they wish. For my next errand, I think I shall take in the sights at the Eisen Bridge.
Sure you're not headed on a fool's errand?
We shall see who is a fool in the end, Ta-ta!
So Profiteur is trying to buy up that whole area to develop the inlet into a port. But what about you, Holly? Why are you so set on keeping his hands off that old house?
Do you even need to ask? Sometimes I wonder if there's anything at all between those two ears of yours. Surely everyone loves their childhood home, no matter how humble it may be. Did you even look at that girl's face? That naive, honest yearning. I felt like I was looking at myself as a child.
Come again?
What would you do then? An old man and his granddaughter, scarred from their losses during the war, and about to start a new life together in their old home. And here comes some speculator to force them out, all because he thinks there might be some profit to be made.
Sure, I understand all that. I just don't understand it coming from you.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
The devastation is even worse than I expected.
This place is always a site of conflict. During the Civil War, and now again.
Of course, it is this country's major thoroughfare.
Such places are always the first to be targeted in war, desperately fought over until all is laid to waste.
I have seen what I came to see. Onward, onward.
Already? What about your research?
Look at this bridge, girl. The picture is worth 1,000 words.
Hey, wait!
I see. Yes, indeed. And?
What are you doing?
research, obviously, and it is going well. So if you would kindly butt out.
Nothing at all from Eisenbridge. Everyone hates your plans. Oh yeah, going great. I can tell.
Do I detect a hint of sarcasm? Tell me, young man, what is this country most lacking?
What is it not lacking? It's a barren waste, thanks to the volcanoes. And do you think all those wars helped? Take a look at the bridge. People, produce, nothing can get across there. Whether it's growing crops or mining for ore, the labor shortage makes any enterprise hopeless. Materials, money, manpower, motivation. There's nothing we aren't lacking around here.
A vicious spiral.
But before, everyone said...
That is the difference between old men without long left and young men who must now make their way in the world.
One stuck living in the past, and the other looking to the future.
From my observations, it seems that the Eisenbridge will not be operational for quite some time. So, if the roads overland are close to you, why not turn your eyes to the sea?
Like developing a trade port in the inlet? Yeah, that would really get things moving. Other countries would be clamoring for our jewels and the fruits of our mining.
And people flocking to the new port from overseas would take care of your pesky labor shortage.
C'est vrai. The little man with the funny accent has a point.
I know some fellas who'd be right on board with something like this. Will you come talk to them?
Most gladly. I will explain everything from the ground up. Call everyone you can think of.
Hold it right there. Aren't you getting ahead of yourself? You say it's for the nation's economy, but that doesn't mean that those two... The old man from the shack? What are you doing all the way out here? And looking like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, it's you! Please, have any of you seen my granddaughter?
Whatever's the matter, sir?
This note. I found it this morning.
I'm going to work in Heartschild so we can stay in her house.
No way! That little girl left all on her own?
What sort of work does she hope to find?
Oh, I know that girl. She was going around everywhere asking for a job. I told her in this economy, the best she'll find is hunting for scrap ore in the mithril mines. Wait, you don't think... She wouldn't. You don't think she really went to the mines?
What have you done? My poor girl!
Didn't the mithril mine run dry 2 years ago?
I sure thought so.
Well, yes, but recently it has begun producing mithril again. It is only the scantest amount, but in terms of economic recovery, that is what you call a mithril opportunity.
You don't care about anything, do you? Just so long as you turn a profit.
Shut it! That is all this country has right now. What else can these people do, huh? Yes? Go on, tell me your grand scheme.
My plan is not to leave a little girl wandering alone in that hellish maze. I'm going after her.
Come on, everyone! We have to hurry!
yourself together.
They said the job paid well, but no one said anything about monsters.
Fool, you can't make money if you're dead.
Oh no. The new girl doesn't know a thing about mining. She went further in.
No, she can't be.
Holly, wait!
We must hurry as well.
Yeah!
Where could she be? Where could she have run off to?
Holly?
When I look at that old man and his granddaughter, it's like looking back at myself as a child. After losing both my parents to the Great Plague, it was just me and my grandfather. The crops failed year after year. Finally, my grandfather decided to give up and look for work in the city. He sold the house and the farm, all for my sake. But this is no time to dwell on the past. I have to find that girl! Did you find her? I see. She's not here either. She's somewhere in these tunnels, all alone. Alone and afraid. We have to find her, and quickly!
Holly, are you...
When my grandfather and I first moved to the city, everything went so well. We lived in a beautiful house, and I received the best education money could buy. I wanted for nothing, and yet I was alone. My grandfather was consumed with his business. It was like he was another person altogether. A person who had forgotten about me. Then one day, what am I doing? Reliving the past here? There's no time to lose!
Holly...
Hurry! I have to find her! It's no use, Idia! I can't find her anywhere! That poor girl is all alone, with no one to help her, to hold her.
Holly!
When my grandfather died, I was left all alone in that grand, empty, echoing house. The business passed into someone else's hands, and I went back to my childhood home. But there was nothing there. No one. Not a soul was left. Of course, this was years before the Grand Marshal's airship soared through the skies of Eternia. Another victim of your vaunted economic recovery.
I wasn't meant to die in a place like this.
Are you all right? Take a deep breath. In, out. Don't strain yourself. Once we get you outside, there will be plenty of fresh air for you to breathe.
Hand him here. I will take him to the entrance.
Money, money, money. All these people risking everything for money. Is that all their lives are worth? Is this the recovery you're dreaming of? Is this the cost of rebuilding a nation? It may not buy feasts and finery, but isn't it better just to live together as long and as happily as you can? For that old man and his granddaughter, isn't a modest life together better than an affluent one apart?
Listen, even I... never mind. We must hurry it. You are well, child. Is there no injuries? Oh, if anything were to happen to the precious granddaughter of a dear business associate. Come, let us be gone from this horrible place. I will personally escort you to safety. Come, right this way.
After all this, you still have designs on that old man and his land.
Why would that have changed? My recovery plan will save this country!
How can you even say that after what you put them through?
The girl coming here was not my doing.
Of course it was. You're the one who tried to take her home from her.
Ugh, do not conflate matters. You know, shrieking like that will only give you more wrinkles.
Huh? Say that again? I couldn't hear you over the grinding sound coming from under my heel.
Ow! Oh, my foot! Oh, do not twist!
Oh, knock it off, you two! Can't you see you're scaring her? Look, I'll take care of the rest. You two just get out of here! Now! Granddad!
Oh, my sweet child! You're not hurt! Thank heaven! Oh, thank heaven!
Miss Idia, I will kindly ask you not to say anything beyond your expertise.
Finally.
But what to do? Perhaps we should abandon our home after all.
You mean just move away to someplace we don't even know, Granddad?
Will I even be able to support her in some strange land where I don't know left from right? What should I do? What will be best for my dear girl?
It's a tough choice. Even if it's for the good of the nation, you shouldn't have to give up the home you love, right? But that if they do give it up, their war-torn homeland will have the chance to get back on its feet. What would I do in their shoes? Polly's right. You should stay in your home with your granddaughter. Don't sell out to profit her. There's something wrong with driving a family out of their home for the sake of a country.
You think so? Yes, I suppose most people would.
What is this sentimental nonsense you fools are spouting?
Whoa!
It seems I have returned just in time. You wish to see my plans ruined, is that it? You saw with your own fool eyes what the people of this nation lack, what they need. What do you think it takes for a starving country to flourish again? Industry, trade, power of the economy. The people must turn their eyes across the seas. The trade port is the only road to recovery.
I know. And yet...
If you know, then there is only one piece of advice to be giving this gentleman. Sell the house to the ruthless profiteur and allow him to develop this land. What is with the sour face? This is your way of telling me you refuse to cooperate? And now the murring and the gurring. Hurry and explain to the kind gentleman that he should sell the land to me. Or do you still mean to bet against me in this matter, huh? You should not be writing checks you cannot cash. It seems you're having trouble understanding simple economic theory. So, I will give you a little lesson in incentives. We have the carrot and the stick. The stick is a coercive incentive, as we shall presently demonstrate. You seem to have forgotten who you are dealing with, so let me jog your memory. The chairman and brains behind the Commer and Profiteur merchantry. I control Ansheim with the force of money alone. The ruthless Profiteur, merchant of death, will now collect his pound of flesh. final battle in Eternia, all my assets in Ansheim were frozen. After the fall of Central Command, all my assets in the Duchy were worthless. Every venture since has been failure after failure. But at last, I can see the green shoots. I will not let this opportunity pass me by. I will make that place into the greatest center of trade the world has ever seen. In my position, I'll make a small fortune. And any extra profit from the black market will be there for the taking. So close, I can see it now. The red now. How very wearisome. Now I am back to square one again.
Granddad! I was so scared.
There, child. I'm sorry for putting you through such an ordeal.
Let's just go home, okay?
That sounds like a fine idea. Our home sweet home.
We'll be together forever and ever and ever.
That swindling little rat ran past me in tears. What in the world happened? So you convinced the old man not to sell? You did a good thing looking out for those two. I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Idia.
Oh no, I mean, it was nothing.
Oh, how could I forget? I have a letter for you, miss.
A letter? For me? Why, it's from Barris. I didn't even know the brute could write. Oi, Holly. They say I've got real skill as a bone setter. Come on over. We can open a clinic or something.
Open a clinic? Whatever do you think that means?
Her boyfriend misses her and wants her to settle down.
What? It didn't say anything of the sort.
Read between the lines, Holly.
You have no idea what you're talking about. That Barris. He never thinks about anyone but himself. Come on over. He doesn't even say where he is. Ridiculous, right?
Don't look at me.
Well, I'll be going. I trust you all to the rest. So, bye.
Bye-bye, Mrs. Holly. You act scary, but you're pretty nice for an old lady.
Nice save, you.
Well, we had to put the kibosh on Profiteur's development plans. But at least those two get to keep their home sweet home. That's a happy ending if you ask me.
We owe you so much, Miss Idia. Please come and visit us anytime. My granddaughter would be delighted.